All right. We are going to be getting started now. All right, everybody, thank y'all so much for tuning in. This is the very first issue of Swagelok Southeast Texas Talks. I'm one of your hosts, Buster Caballero, along with my co-host, Logan Boatright. Guys, we've had to adapt a little bit. This coronavirus situation, it's given us a chance to think on our feet a little bit. We're lucky enough that we are an essential business. We are open. We are helping our customers right now. We're very fortunate. We're glad that we can be here for you. So these talks right here and what we're doing, it's actually great. It's pushed us into a new way of doing things. Uh, a lot right now, a lot of our customers and facilities and places, they're not able to see people face to face. They've either put restrictions or they are not letting everyone in. A lot of times we do our meetings face to face in the field, in the units, but this is just something new we're going to try and see if we can go about doing this and help our customers out. This webcast, we want to know what's important to you. So a few little things first. We do have a Q&A section on here. Go ahead. If you do have any questions that come up during this, put them in there. The chat, if you'd like to send us a message, maybe not just a question, but want to do that, we will be moderating that also. So go ahead, send us what you want to know. Any question you have, this is your show. So Logan, how are you doing?
As you can probably tell, we're not exactly polished in this. This is kind of new technology. The Zoom meeting, we're getting the Facebook Live up and going. And what we're going to talk to you about today is new too. We're working from home, as you can see. Probably a lot of you guys are too. So if you see a rogue kid or a dog walking around behind us, don't worry. It's probably ours. When people think about Swagelok, generally the first thing that pops into your mind are Swagelok tube fittings, Swagelok components. And yeah, that's one of the things we're about. We're definitely here for it. We stand behind all of our high quality components made up in Ohio at the Swagelok factory. But in the past 10 or 15 years, we've really started to become less of just a part supplier and more of a business partner and solutions provider. So that's really what we plan on covering on Swagelok Southeast Texas Talks, are some of the different things that we do to help out other customers. Different things like assembly solutions and fabrication, engineering services, training, field services. Those are the different things that some people might not even know that we do. Some of you may, and that's great. But anything that we can do to help you, or things that we can do to add value, that's what we want to cover here in the show.
Yeah. As Logan said, we're going to be covering a lot of different application solutions, how we work through if a customer comes to us with a request, how we go about processing it, our services that we have. A lot of times when we tell our customers, hey, we do energy audits, we can help you with your hoses, things like that. Our customers will say, we didn't even know Swagelok did that. And so that's a good part of what this show can do. We're going to be talking engineering solutions, troubleshooting, how to go about system. If you have an issue with your system, how we can go about fixing that and walk through it. Lots of different areas. So, and one of the other things that Logan kind of touched on is we are wide reaching worldwide. And there are so many different areas that we cover, from oil and gas, chem and petrochem, plastics, OEM, power and energy, wood, pulp and paper, EPCs, aerospace, all these areas, even with technology in the Silicon Valley, we have a lot of our components are used in there. So going forward, guys, if there is a topic that maybe we've missed or you want to talk about, go ahead and let us know. We're here for you. Once again, this is your show. So starting with that, my name is Buster Caballero. I've been with Swagelok Southeast Texas going on 8 years now. I have been working in the downstream markets in the plastics and resin, as well as EPCs, aerospace. We have done a lot of work with with turnarounds and constructions and planning with those. So got a good little bit. And my co-host Logan Boatright.
Yeah, so I'm Logan Boatright. I've been with Swagelok Southeast Texas a little over 10 years. Started out at the old Baytown office. Some of you guys might remember that, but over in LaPorte now. And very similar customer base to Buster's. A lot of chem, petrochem, plastics, a little bit of refining, a little bit of semiconductor, some OEMs and EPCs. But the core of what we do, I guess, on the downstream side is chem refining, plastics type type stuff. And so Buster and I, we're two of 16 salespeople in our company. We're two of 80 people at Swagelok Southeast Texas total. So it won't just be our pretty faces on here. We're going to have other people in on other episodes. We have engineers, we have project managers, we have assembly technicians, training folks, customer service. We plan on getting everybody involved here at some point. And that doesn't even include the industry experts that we partner with or any of the fine folks up at Swagelok in Ohio, where our headquarters is. So we do plan on getting a lot of others involved. As far as today's show is about staying connected. And that's really what generally the show is about. We are finding new ways to connect with you, and we want to talk about other things that we're doing to try to stay connected with our customers. So we're going to go over some of the things we've done with virtual meetings in our bookings system. We're on Zoom, Facebook Live right now. We utilize Microsoft Teams quite a bit, and we've been able to set up a booking site where we're able to have face-to-face conversations with our customers without actually being in person. So Buster's going to run through exactly what that means and how to get them set up. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the Q&A right here. We will answer them as best we can.
Yeah. Thanks, Logan. So guys, just one little thing that while we know certain facilities are saying, hey, we're limiting people on site, if your facility is allowing you need help from us in person, on site, in a unit, going over something, we are still able to go on site. We have not restricted that. We are able to visit you, go over plans. We know emergencies happen that require a little more hands-on approach. We are able to do that. Just reach out to your technical advisor or call our offices. We're going to have a lot of our contact information put in the chat line section of this. So pay attention to there for some good information. So with that said, let's say right now you're working from home. You need some assistance from us. You'd like to meet face-to-face, but we can't. I'm working from home. Logan's working from home. A lot of our technical advisors are. So how would we go about doing that? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to walk you through exactly how can I schedule a virtual meeting with one of the technical advisors at Swagelok. So let's see. So right now, if you are looking on this, you are seeing my screen and our website, southeasttexas.swagelok.solutions. If you want also, you can go to SSET.swagelok.com. Aubrey will be putting a lot of that information in the chat, so you can go there. So here's our website where you're able to find out more information about us, our services, our solutions, tools, and resources. But what we're going to focus on right here, this About Us section. So when you're on About Us, you want to go to Our Team. When you click on Our Team, you'll see our executive leadership team is on there, sales and marketing. And under here, if you notice, there's my name, Buster Caballero, schedule a virtual meeting, Logan Boatright, Chris Chittum, Jake Jones, Greg Tannery, Josh Anderson, Nick Dvork, Chris Whitley. We have a lot of our technical advisors who are able to make appointments. So how do you do that? One, click on Schedule a Virtual Meeting. That is going to take you to my own personal, and I'm using myself for this one, bookings page. And as you can see, virtual technical assistance, 30 minutes and free. In Swagelok, we believe in service, service, service. This is not going to cost you. This is a free service if you need help. So let's say, hey, tomorrow, Thursday, 3 o'clock, I have some time available. And this is for ease of booking instead of trying to reach out, find a time, do everything. These are open times available, ready to go. Scroll down a little bit, add your details, your name, your email, your phone number, company name, and any information you could provide to us about this is really what will help us. The more information we have, the better. Once you put that in there, click book, and we're good to go. Now, I'm going to stop sharing this screen for a second. All right. So also, if you go back to our page and you scroll down, we have some of our engineers who do have their virtual booking. So if you need engineering assistance also, they're available too for you. So we have a lot of our staff who is ready to go to help you virtually. Now, what happens after you click book?
you book a meeting, does it send you an email with the booking or calendar invite?
Getting ready to get into that. So when you hit book, you're going to receive an email from us with a link to the Microsoft Teams meeting, and it's nothing you have to sign up or pay for or anything like that. Just click on the link. You have to put in your name so that it knows it is you, and we are going to be ready to go. For that information, I want to touch on the big four for us. And the big four is the usual questions we need to get started on an application. And that's, we need to know the temperature, the pressure, what media you're working with, and what size line that you're going to be using. So let's say if it's ambient temperature, 70 degrees F, 1000 PSI, 3/8 inch line, and we're running nitrogen through that. That gives us a lot of information to get started on this. You're gonna receive an email. We're gonna receive an email at the time. Join online. It helps if your computer or if your phone, you can do this from your phone also. Both of those are great options in order to get a hold of us and have these meetings. Real simple. So that's the basic way. It's real easy, and you can do it from anywhere. It's on iOS, it's on Chrome, it's on all these different applications. So, I just want to tell a little story about one of the first ones that I had with this was a customer had a set of plans. He had a panel and they didn't match. So what he did was he scheduled a virtual meeting with me. We went through, I was able to share my screen. He was able to share his screen with pictures. We went over everything. We talked about why this valve would be a good application for this one, why different ones may have been put in place instead. And we walked through the whole thing. It took us about 30 minutes, but we were able to do everything that we can usually do in the field virtually. And we didn't have to go on site. It was really, really, really just easy is the best way I can put this. It's real easy. So Logan, I know you've been using this also. Have you had any interactions with this?
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun actually. So we had a customer reach out to us as a new engineer at one of our plants, and he wanted to know more about sample probes and what we could provide on sample probes. So Trey actually set up this virtual meeting with this customer, and he happened to be working from home, wasn't allowed to actually go out into the plant. So Trey and I were on video chat with him, and we went over some of our different options for our sample probes, and we were able to really get him fixed up. Trey, by the way, is one of our field engineers. He will be on later episodes, probably a lot of them. You'll get to see a lot of Trey on these webcasts, and he's a great guy too. So, the virtual meeting was great. We probably got in a lot more info back and forth than we would have been able to even meeting in person. Definitely more than having just a phone call or going back and forth with email. So, that was one of my first experiences with it, and I think that one went really well.
Well, that's good. I actually had one come up also, and there's two real quick I want to talk about. One, I had a customer who he needed a valve, an actuated ball valve. We didn't have it completed on the shelf, but we did have all the components. We had the valve, we had the actuator, we had the mounting kit. He was able to get those components. We set up a Teams meeting, and we went over it. He had his phone, I had my computer. We were going over the instructions, and we put it together there virtually. He had never done it before, and to be honest, I had never done it before. But I just walked through the steps that we had, followed everything. We put that valve together, put the actuator on. Next day, I called him real early, and I said, "Hey, how did it work?" And he said, "Man, it's working great. Everything's good." He learned a new skill. I learned a new skill. Good to go.
He actually did the whole thing on camera with you there.
On the bed of his truck. He was in the field, and he had the bed of his truck, and he was putting it together, and we just walked through it. All right, this piece, that piece, yes. He was looking at the phone, so I showed him. He had his phone out, so I was showing him this part in the kit. Yes, got it. We put it together, walked through it. Real simple. This was done at 8:00 at night on a Thursday. So that was kind of an exceptional one, but we were able to get it done. The other one, and as I said, when you go right now, you see virtual technical assistance. We're going to be adding more services. One that's going to be coming up is a virtual lunch and learn. What does that look like? So recently on a construction project that I was on, it got to the point where they were limiting people on site. what we did was we got the project manager, we got the I&E technicians, we've got the mechanical group, we got the chemists, we've got a lot of group on, and 10 people, we scheduled a lunch and learn through there. He sent me the bookings link. Can we do a lunch and learn? Sure, let's do it. 10 people on a call. We went over about 30 minutes of just best practices and things to look at for on the construction side, making sure fittings were pulled up, making sure that actuators were put on correctly, hose orientation, all these things. And then afterwards, at the end of 30 minutes, we opened it up to Q&A. And when I did that, Logan, we went another 45 minutes with people asking questions. Maintenance had one, I guess they looked at something one way. I&E looked at it another way. The engineers looked at it another way. We were able to bring everyone together, get everybody on the same page, and 45 minutes Q&A was great. We answered questions. We dispelled myths such as like the 1/8 myth. We went ahead and had a great meeting and had more participants than we would have. And I like it a lot. It's really helping them out.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we had another example of one of our other salespeople that he had a quote through our assembly solutions department. And it was a quote for, I think it was a grab sample panel. And again, Trey Sinkfield, field engineer, was on that one. And we're able to do a video call with the customer and share the screen and get all the info out there. And, even face to face, you print all that stuff out, you go out to the site, it's even more efficient sometimes. So, it's just another tool, and it's one of many tools that we have to just be able to get out in front of people and help people out with their problems.
yeah.
More.
So guys, real simple, sset.swagelok.com, southeasttexas.swagelok.solutions. All that information is in the chat that Aubrey is posting, and you can get all that information from our website also. So at this point, we have had a few questions come in through here. Logan, why don't you take the questions, and then we'll just go back and forth and answer on those, okay?
Okay, let's see. Can I still utilize will call? Okay, so that's a great question to start off with. So first of all 3 of our warehouses at Swagelok Southeast Texas are open and running, which means we're shipping parts. So we've got one in Nederland, one in LaPorte, one in Houston, all open, working on shift work. Because of COVID, we have closed down the walk-in and the will call, and that's just to minimize contact between people. So what we're trying to do is ship out everything, whether that's UPS or FedEx, where we can. If you have a situation where we can't do one of those options, please call your technical advisor or call our office. The office number is 281-422-3533. That's our LaPorte office. That's one of 3 phone numbers I know by heart. So at the end of the day, it's our job to get parts to you guys. So we will find a way to make that happen. So please give us a shout if we can help you out better there. Let's see. Can I still call my technical advisor? Yes, you can absolutely still call your technical advisor. Again, we're not only doing video chats. This is just one tool. All of our technical advisors have our phones handy within arm's reach at all times. So yes, please still call. If a phone call can take care of it, great. If you need to get a little bit more in depth with the video meetings, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here to show you today. Can I share my screens to review specs and drawings? So yes, on Microsoft Teams, screens can actually be shared both ways. So we can share our screen with you. You can share your screen with us. It's pretty limitless what you can do in terms of sharing and being able to collaborate on these sites.
We're learning new things every day with this. On my first one, when the customer's like, here, let me share my screen and show you our P&ID, I was excited. I was like, yeah, let's do that. Let's take a look at it. And it really is a powerful piece of software that we do have at our disposal.
Yes, sir.
Let's see.
So let's see, a couple other questions. What do I do if I need to get something on the weekend? That hasn't changed. So we still do have somebody on call 24/7. So if you call our office, it'll prompt you, and you will go through to the salesperson that's on call that can help you out with getting parts on the weekend or after hours. That is no problem whatsoever. And then
And there is a call out fee on the weekends for that also. It is a $300 call out fee, and that's just basically covers the labor in order to get you your parts and everything. There's no upcharge on parts or that. So it is something at your disposal. All right. Let's see. Any other
All right.
questions?
So are there any product lead time delays due to COVID-19? So again, our factory is in Ohio. It is still up and running to its full capabilities. So should not be any major issues that anybody's seeing in terms of product delays due to COVID. All right. I think that's all the questions that I see
Thank y'all.
right now. So look, guys, this is a quick intro to the webcast. We really just wanted to get an overview of what we're trying to do here with the web series in general, as well as show you how to set up the virtual bookings, which Buster went through, and let you know about our virtual meeting capabilities. Please give us ideas on things you would like to see here. Buster and I can come up with stuff that we think you might like to hear about, but when it comes down to it, we want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So please send in the chat or reach out to us directly. And if you have something specific that you want to talk about, please don't wait. Please give us a call. Please book a meeting. Don't wait for it to pop up on here. We have people, technical advisors, engineers, everybody's available to talk. So please call or book a meeting with one of our technical advisors, one of our engineers. We're here for you.
Yeah. And guys, if you do need to get a hold of us, as I said, our website is sset.swagelok.com. Sign up for our email list so that we can get you that information out. We're putting out a lot of great content. You can also find us on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're on our Facebook and Instagram, you'll get a little bit more behind the scene things of what's going on right now. We're publishing new things on LinkedIn all the time. Those are the best ways to get a hold of us. And as Logan said, give us a call if you have a major question. We're able to go real quick and answer those for you. But if you do have something you'd like to talk about, whether that be grab sample panels, seal support systems, you want to talk about field services, we're going to have all that information coming up. Next episode coming up every Wednesday, 9 a.m., Tracing Field, one of our field engineers. We're going to get real technical, but still entertaining. So thank y'all for joining us today. Thank y'all for giving us this part of your time, these last 30 minutes. See y'all next week. Have a good weekend. Stay safe. Thank y'all very much.
Thanks, guys.